tell the synopsis from the story of my study and the way I. So the story is follow a group of friends, Lily, Tom, Vicky, and Emma, and others who decide to spend their summer vacation uncovering the secret of an owl. So in the lighthouse in the small coastal town of Kittiwake Bay, strange and rumor of hidden treasure their interest, leading them to explore the mysteries, the lighthouse and its connection to the town's history. Their adventure, the friends face various challenges, from navigating secret to dealing with a mysterious figure trying to keep them away. Each character must confront their fears. Lily learned to be brave, while Tom learned to consider the safety of others. With teamwork, and they unravel a hidden truth about the town past.
Broken and humiliated, but importantly, she is inspired. So she set out on the love quest of a lifetime, use the summer to forget about Mark, to move on. All she has to do is kiss 26 boys with 26 different names, one for each letter of the alphabet. But just one feather thing, she has the whole kissing thing figured out. She meets someone who turns her world upside down.
Sleepover Squad. So the name book is Sleepover Squad, Keeping Secret. So first of all, there is one girl named is Jo. Jo is a kind woman, kind girl, and she is always win in class, right? And at one time, she feel like her friend doesn't want to friends with her anymore. So she feeling like uneasy and then suspecting that her friends are hiding something from her. And the truth is no, her friend doesn't keep something from her. So she just overthinking about that. And then Jo becomes more anxious and she thinks that she is being left out of their secret plans, which affect to her mood. Throughout the story, Jo's frustration grows, and then she distances herself from her friend. And then, as events unfold, she learns that her friends weren't intentionally excluding her. In the end, the misunderstanding is resolved, and Jo realizes the importance of trusting her friend. The girl openly discusses their feelings, and Jo learns a valuable lesson about communication from friendship. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Kelly, the main character is an 11 years old living in New York City. Lucas Kelly was fanatic in football. He is really love in football and has a very close relationship with his uncle. His name is Benny. Both Benny and Lucas' father are firefighter. Lucas suffered a mid-brain injury from playing soccer. His parents decide that they need to stop playing soccer for a while, but the soccer is his greatest passion. Lucas goes to firehouse in Manhattan. His uncle worked without telling his parents. In the morning of September 11, 2001, Lucas on his way to see his uncle. He witnessed something: a commercial plane crashed into on one of the twin towers. Lucas suddenly finds himself in the middle and one of the most tragic in American history. His saw fear and confusion gripped the entire city. During this event, Lucas watched his uncle and father, who fearlessly rushed toward the tower to save life. Lucas also learned about courage and sacrifice, the fear of losing his loved one.
Dark kind of gripping novel, a thriller, I'd say, about a mysterious vigilante hunted down by the main character named Jessica Daniel, who is a detective on a police force. She leads a group onto a dark abandoned city where she thinks the vigilante might be. Because this happened when she found a killer that killed 8 women, and he was somehow murdered in prison, and she condemns it as a vigilante somewhere out on the loose, just pretty much murdering killers, because that's what a vigilante is. She has to pursue. She's gone out and met her old friends to try and get closer to uncovering who this mysterious vigilante is. She continues on by pulling out more clues and making up new cases, even interrogating some people to make sure that they're not hiding anything from her. And after a while, I'd say, I think it was like 5 months or to 6 months, she actually found the vigilante, which was named Esther Warren, who was a former police officer who was actually very not agreeing. She did not agree about how the law treated the criminals, thinking they don't deserve to just be locked up and then just released after a few years or maybe a few months. So she decided to leave the police force and take matters into her own hands, breaking the law. Jessica finally decides to arrest her and put a stop to this crusade of this vigilante.
Good afternoon, Mr. Daniel and Mr. Iin.
Well, afternoon.
A story about the girl on a motorcycle. So, the character is Kenny. Kenny is going across America by bus. In the street Los Angeles, somebody is robbing a security from the supermarket. Kenny goes into the motel and asks for a room. Room 23. He sees a girl has arrived on motorcycle. Room 17 say. In the next morning, Kenny saw the television talking about robbery from the supermarket. The robbery is somebody with long blonde hair and with motorcycle. And Kenny goes for breakfast and talk with Mel. Mel is a girl who has blonde hair and red motorcycle. A young man near the door and watching Mel. They begin talking about Mel because Mel look like the robbery supermarket. So Kenny goes to Mel's room, and Kenny wrong about Mel is the robbery supermarket. And Kenny goes to Ned's room and see a wig, blonde hair, and the money from the robbery in supermarket. So Ned comes in the room and attacks Kenny. And Mel saw he running, and Kenny said he is the supermarket robber. Mel rides the motorcycle quickly towards the river and stops in front of Ned. Some people help Ned out of the water, and the police take Ned away.
Heard about my characterization about my book, so I chose this book, which is We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. So the story is about Margaret Blackwood, who lives with her sister Constance and Uncle Julian, away from others after their family was poisoned. So basically, the other family dead. And then Constance was blamed, but found out she wasn't guilty. And Margaret uses superstitions to keep people away. So Margaret has this condition where she is antisocial. Yeah, something like that. When their cousin Charles arrives, so Charles wanted their money, and it causes problems until a fire breaks out and damaging the house, the castle. So the villagers steal what's left, and Margaret and Constance become even more isolated and depending only on each other. That's the ending.
This Caspian. Narnia Prince Caspian actually is the second book in the Chronicles of Narnia series. The story continues the adventure of the Evansi family. Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy in the world of Narnia. A year after their adventure in Narnia, the Evansi family returned to the world of Narnia. However, they find the centuries have passed in Narnia. The kingdom of Narnia is now under the rule of Tamarin Kingdom, led by the cruel King Midas. Midas has usurped the throne from his nephew, Prince Caspian. The rightful heir to Narnia throne. Caspian, who has secretly learned about the history of Narnia, and Prince Caspian ran when King Midas wanted to kill him. Prince Caspian also met with surviving Narnia creatures like fauns, centaur, minotaur, and other mythical creatures who now live in hiding because of the oppressive Tamarin throne. Caspian and his supporters planned an attack to reclaim the throne. They get help from the Evansi family and Aslan, the lion who is the patron god of Narnia. With their help, Caspian leads an army to Midas and the Tamarins. In the final battle, with direct help from Aslan, Midas is defeated and Caspian is crowned the rightful king of Narnia. After their task is complete, the Evansi family return to the world with the promise that Peter and Susan will not return to Narnia again because they are too old.
With the characterization of Secrets of Dripping Fang, Fall of the House of Mandible. This is the book. Okay, this is a book that tells the story of the adventures of the twins, namely Wally and Jane. This is a continuation of the book 3. So at the end of the book 3, Jane was captured in the Mandible's house, and in this book it tells how Wally, the Jane's brother, saved Jane from the Mandible's family. And for your information, the Mandible's family is a family containing of vampires. Okay, first is a static character or dynamic character. For the static character is Jane Shalmofen. For the most part, there is very little that happens behind the character of Jane Shalmofen. In this book, she remained resilient, her sin courageous, and practical self, always looking out for both herself and her brother. Next is dynamic character. For the dynamic character is Wally. In fact, quite the dynamic character, he starts to develop a sense of assertiveness, which is set more in stone throughout this standalone book, as he must be thrust into scenarios over his head to save his sister and get out of harm's way. B is direct or indirect characterization. A direct characterization directly describes the Mandible's family's creepiness. The Mandibles were the richest and the most evil family in all of Dripping Fang Forest. B is indirect characterization. Through their actions and dialogue, the Mandible's sinister nature is revealed. For example, they plot to capture and enslave the Shalmofen twins for their own benefit, showing their malicious intent without outright saying it.
The title of the story is The Ghost of Lost Island. The story is about the Iceland to people want to travel to the Iceland. You want to take a picture, or you want to discover the Iceland, but he doesn't know in the Iceland there are death of captain ship, captain.
Ghost?
Yeah, the ghost get off the captainship. And then the character is Uncle Toby, Sam, Gap, and Molly. Gap and Molly